अदरक ये करके मेरे को देना, तो फट से कलर हो जाएगा नीचे। ऐसे फाड़ दोगे ना, अंदर जाता है तो इसलिए कलर होता है। लेकिन फाड़ के थोड़ा सा डालो।
अपन मना करो कथा
सबका म्यूट है, म्यूट ही किए।
अदरक थोड़ा चीनी डालना।
Hare Krishna. So I thank Narad Prabhu, and it reminds me of the very nice message which Prabhupada always says, that we are the mere postmen of the messengers of the Lord. We are postmen, not even messengers, we are postmen. So we are just reading out what the Shastras have already been written. So without taking much time, I would like to now directly start with the class. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunvita Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yukta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Sya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Bhavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. First and foremost, I would request all the, at least a few senior devotees to put their video on, so that looking at them, I'll feel that I'm giving a live class. Otherwise, I feel I'm talking to my phone only. So a few, just a couple of senior devotees.
Hari bol, Prabhuji, sorry. Now, putting the video on would mean they'll go on the YouTube along with you.
Fine.
It doesn't look very good. It doesn't look very good on the YouTube.
Okay.
Otherwise, I wouldn't mind to put them on.
Fine.
We are with you in spirit, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Fine.
Thank you.
Yeah. So today is the auspicious day of Sita Navami. Sita Navami means it's just the birth of Sita Maya or something more for us. What are the tattvas which Sita Maya has taught us? Being the consort of Lord Ramchandra Ji, she has played many roles in this Ramayana. In fact, some senior devotees of ISKCON, they have mentioned very nicely, Ramayana is the main source from which the entire film industry has started. अगर रामायण नहीं होता तो पूरा फिल्म इंडस्ट्री कुछ पिक्चर ही नहीं बनाता. The nutshell of Ramayana, very easily to be understood, is there was a hero, there was a heroine, the villain was also there. The villain came and picked up the heroine, kidnapped the heroine, and the hero went and released the heroine and brought her back. So this is the nutshell of Ramayana. But inside this nutshell, I mean, this is what the film industry took from. So everyone has got something to take from Ramayana. Be it be the film industry or be it be devotees, there is tattva for everyone. They have got their tattva, they have made nice movies out of it, and the formula is still running. Without a villain, the hero and the heroine is useless. Similarly, Ramayana has got many other more implications in our day-to-day life. Sita Maya was a pivotal force on which the entire Ramayana is moving around. If Sita Maya was not there, do you think Ramayana would have taken place except for Ramchandraji being exiled by Kaikeyi? The rest of the things would have not happened. So first, let us understand the birth of Sita Maya as per various Ram Kathas or various commentaries on Ramayana. As basically we all follow Valmiki Ramayana, but other than that, there is Adhyatma Ramayana, Kamba Ramayana written in South India, and various other Ramayans written in various places. North is famous for Ramcharitmanas because that was written in Awadhi, and each Ramayana has got a variation to the other. There are around 12 differences approximately between Ramcharitmanas and Valmiki Ramayana. We have to understand Ramcharitmanas was written much, much later to Valmiki Ramayana. It was written in an Awadhi language which was very easy for a common man to understand that. Ramayana depicts Sita Maya, Valmiki Ramayana depicts Sita Maya as a brave lady, bold lady, whereas Ramcharitmanas depicts Sita Maya in a little timid and humble tone. The reason is the social conditions at the time when Ramayana was written, Ramcharitmanas was written. So there have been n number of variations. For example, there is no Lakshman Rekha story mentioned in Valmiki Ramayana, whereas in Ramcharitmanas, it's a very famous story and lot of importance is given to that. So you will find variations from Ramayana to Ramayana, but the bottom line, all acharyas and commentators have tried to give us a bigger understanding about the real application of Ramayana in our day-to-day life. In as per Adhyatma Ramayana and what do you say, Skamba Ramayana, Sita Maya was actually first born in Lanka. It is said once Ravan and his wife Mandodari were sitting in a palace garden where there was a nice, beautiful lake, a pond, not lake, pond, small pond, with many beautiful lotus flowers. Suddenly, from nowhere, they saw Ravan was playing his veena to impress Shivaji, and when he saw the pond, suddenly he saw a golden lotus. It was a small lotus, but by the time Ravan went down with his wife to get that lotus out, the lotus had become big, pure gold leaf lotus, and it was so heavy that even the so-called great Lankeshwar could not lift that lotus and bring it to his feet. With great difficulty, he brought it over there and kept it down. And there inside the lotus, Ravan saw a beautiful girl, a small child girl, and Ravan was wondering, who is this? On that, his wife said, I'm not able to understand what is this Leela of the demigods. Why has this child come? It was not there in the when we were sitting in the near the lake, but suddenly that lotus has sprouted and it has come. And that time, Brihaspati, Shukracharya, along with his wife, came over there, and they saw the child. Ravan left the child and went off because he remembered something looking at the child, and the consciousness pricked him. He knew once he was cursed by a lady called Vedavati. I'll discuss that story a little later. But when Ravan left that place, remembering Vedavati's word that she would be the cause of his death, moved away from that place. Mandodari was thinking, why don't I adopt this child? In the meanwhile, Shukracharya and his wife came and they saw this child. Immediately, through his meditation and mystic powers, he could find out that this child was none other than Lakshmi Devi. He immediately called Vibhishan. Vibhishan was there sitting nearby and was very happy to see the child. he said, let's adopt this child and take care of this child. Immediately Shukracharya said, before one drop of this child's tears fall on this land of Lanka, discard her. Mandodari said, why do you say we would discard a beautiful child? And she is Lakshmi Devi, you are saying, I'll take care of her. I will be her mother. And if I am his mother, if I am her mother, nothing will happen. Nothing will go wrong. She will definitely not kill her father and kill me or anything of that sort. But on Shukracharya's words, Vibhishan was also helpless. They took the child and put it in a small box, nice box. And Shukracharya told, put it in the sea because that is where her father is. Varuna Devata is her father. If you all remember, Lakshmi Mata came from the Samudra Manthan. So sea became the father. So he put it in the sea and Varun Dev took the box containing Sita Maya and gave it to Dharti Mata. Dharti Mata placed it in Mithila. Here in Mithila, Janak Maharaj, as I have already given in my Ram Katha, there were n number of Janakas. It's like King George the first, second, third, like Janaka 1, 2, and 3 were there. And there was a big drought in Janakpuri. There was no sight of any rain. So finally, all the Brahmanas advised Janak Maharaj to do Hola Yagya. This Hola Yagya is basically a Yagya wherein a plow is put near the arena to demarcate or mark the arena of sacrifice. And when the plow is being used, it's being pulled by two cows. Suddenly, if the plow gets stuck, the king has to give gold and cows and other things, to the brahmanas. And once they are satisfied, they will bless the king, and the plow can then go ahead. This is called Hola Yagya. And when this yagya was going on, Dharti Mata placed this box containing Sita Maya on the path of Janak Maharaj's plowing. You all must be knowing this fact that the seat or the lower part of the plow, which is tilling the land, is called seat in Hindi. And that is why when Janak Maharaj got this child up, he adopted the child and gave her the name Sita. So this is how Sita Maya was born. Acharyas say Sita Maya refers the Jivatma and Ramchandra ji refers God. And it is always said, Na jayate miryate va kadachan ayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha ajo nitya shashvato yam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. It's very nicely said. Both the living entity as well as the Lord are eternal. They never take birth in this material world. For example, how did Ramchandra ji take birth? In fact, Vashishta Muni and Dashrath Maharaj had a very nice dialogue. Once Dashrath Maharaj wanted to see the training given by Vashishta Muni, to Ramchandra ji and Lakshman. So he said, Vashishta Muni said, please, you leave. You cannot see this training. It's a personal training which I'll be giving to your children. On that, Dashrath Maharaj said, it is a customary that the king sees his sons being trained in front of his eyes under the guru. He said, yes, this is a customary in general terms. Have you heard of anyone being born after eating some sweet rice? Ramchandra ji's birth was also not in a normal way. like how humans reproduce. That is why Lord says, Janma karma chime divyam evam yogiti tattvataha. So one who understands the birth of Lord is divya. Is very nice. And that is why it's shown even Sita Maya did not have a birth of a different sort like how we all have, but it was an eternal birth. Finally, Sita Maya grew up. You all must be knowing the incident that Sita Maya once lifted the, so to say, the bow of Shiva when she was a small child and was shocked. It was a shocking news for Janak Maharaj and all the people in Janakpuri. So that is why Janak Maharaj was forced to keep uh, Swayamvar of that sort, wherein he had to keep a challenge. Whoever lifts this bow, which was to be dragged by 300 to 400 of the soldiers from one place to another, that heavy and huge was this bow. And Sita Maya just lifted it up as if it was some playful toy. In fact, Valmiki Raman says she used this bow to pluck some flowers and fruits from the tree branch because it was tall and she was small as a small girl. So she used it as a hook. Sometimes when we use it to pull down something, we use this bow. So it was shocking for them. So giving this analogy that Sita Maya was a divine child, he had to keep this, what do you say, this Swayamvar by which Lord only can marry or a person capable of lifting that. And then only a person capable of lifting that bow was Lord Ramchandraji. That is why this tough condition was kept. Here, Ravan, he was a typical lusty bad man. In fact, the word Rakshasa refers to an ugly person with some teeth outside, some horns coming out, something of that sort. But Ravan, it is said, was so handsome and so beautiful that n number of ladies, even married ladies, would happily go with him because he was so charming. In fact, when Hanuman saw Ravan for the first time, he was wondering, could he be Ravan? He's so beautiful, so handsome. He's almost as good as a demigod. And the worst part is, he was a real Pandit, a by heart of all the Vedas, of all the mantras. But it was a big waste. Acharyas say, Ravan was once called by the Devatas because his pronunciation of the mantras was so nice that whenever he used to pronounce the mantra, the demigod has to come. So demigods used to call him for doing some big yagyas in the heavenly planets, and he used to go. Once Agni Devata with his wife Swaha came over to that place where this worship was going on to take the oblations put in the fire. And the tragedy was when Ravan saw Swaha, he was so much agitated by lust that he left the sacrifice in between. Adhe mein hi chhod ke he started running behind Swaha, wife of Agni Devata. That's why Acharya say, what is the use of all the knowledges you have? You may have a lot of material knowledge, but if you can't implement even 1% of it, what is the use? There are so many people who are expert in Sanskrit, can recite the slokas and n number of amagamas and all those things very nicely. But then if you can't implement it in your life and follow it into your life and get the actual sar of the Vedas, this whole exercise is a big waste. And that is typically explained or shown by Ravana. Ravana, in fact, was so lusty that it was finally the lust which was the cause of his downfall. Once Ravana in his Pushpak Viman was moving around, crazy nuts always look out for trouble and they dig their own grave. He saw a lady, a beautiful, charming lady, sitting and doing tapasya. Immediately, Raman went near her, saw her, was attracted by her flawless beauty. Immediately called the lady, "Hey, beautiful lady, why are you wasting your beauty like this? And what tapasya are you doing? You are doing tapasya of Vishnu." She could hear, he could hear her say, "Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu." You're wasting your time. You're wasting your age. It's a time to enjoy. Come on, accept me and let's enjoy. The lady opened her eyes and said, "Yes, I know you, Ravan. You know me? Yes, I know you with my capable, with my mystic powers. I know who you are and what type of useless person you are." And she introduced herself. She was the granddaughter of Brahaspati and her name was Vedavati. She said, For me, there is only one goal in life getting God." If you ask 90% of the people today, what is your goal of life? They'll be confused. Majority of the people think that priorities are goals of life. Someone may say, I want to become a hero, I want to become a good actor or a good businessman, powerful wrestler, something of that sort. I tell you a small story I usually give in my motivation classes. Once there was a meeting of ants. All ants had come, and there was a seminar, who is the best smart ant. So they were all asking, "What do you want to be?" So one ant said, "I want to be the fastest running ant." Another ant said, "I want to be the most beautiful Miss India, Miss World ant." Another ant said, "I want to be Mr. India ant." Third ant said, "I want to be the richest businessman ant. Like Ambani, I want to be a big business." Third one said, "I want to be a very powerful politician." So in this way, all the ants were trying to give their desires, that each one wanted to become something. Finally, an ant is sitting in the last. He asked him, "Hey, you're sitting in the last and you're not jumping around. So what is your goal of life?" He said, "I don't want to be an ant. I want to be a butterfly." From this, we can understand what is our goal of life. Either we can be a powerful ant, whether we can be a rich ant, whether we can be a good sportsman ant, whether we can be a nice, beautiful Miss India, Miss Actor ant, something. But we can never be having an idea, if you are not intelligent, to get out of the cycle of birth and death. This is very important. So Vedavati knew the goal of her life. She wanted to get Lord, and she was focused on getting married to the Lord. Here, Ravana's desires were going on increasing. Finally, he went and caught her hair. She used her hand like a sword and chopped off her hand. She said, "You are made me impure by the touch of your hand. So now I will not curse you. I will not kill you because you have touched me. Because if I kill you, I will lose my tapobal. Rather, I will kill myself right now in front of you. And I curse you that next birth I will be the cause of your death." The same Vedavati, by the yogic powers, burnt herself with the fire. Here, many people put a question that, was the same Vedavati come as Sita Maya? Because next birth she was a root cause of his death. But then one has to understand, Sita Maya was none other than Lakshmi Devi. Then how did Vedavati take her revenge? In Adhyatma Ramayana, it is said very nicely. When Agni Devata had an interaction with the Lord the day before Ravan was to kidnap Sita Maya. Everyone talks about Chaya Sita, Chaya Sita. Okay, these are all known facts. So I'm not discussing those facts which are already known to you all. So this Chaya Sita was none other than Vedavati, because when Agni Devata burnt her, he kept her soul with himself and then created a Chaya, same body, an identical body as that of Sita Maya, and sent Vedavati and took real Sita in his shelter. And it was this Vedavati at the time of Agni Pariksha, when Ramchandraji killed Ravan and won over entire, killed all the Rakshasas and won over Sita Maya. When again an Agni Pariksha was being done, again the Agni Pariksha was being done, when Lakshman was adamant and again and again telling, Bhaiya, what is this? Sita Maya is like, mother, how come you are doing this? Because none of these people, neither Ramchandraji, neither Lakshman, interacted with Sita, Chaya Sita. The day Chaya Sita was kept, she gave a clear-cut statement as well with respect to marriage, and where Acharyas give a very nice statement, very nice understanding. Acharyas say, when the golden deer came, Sita, which represents Jivatma, Lord represents the Lord, there's no second doubt about it, and Lakshman acts as Guru Tattva, and they both were in front of Sita Maya, but still Jivatma somehow comes under the sway of Maya, and then the Maya Hiran or the golden Hiran came as a guru. Lakshman was telling Sita Maya, please don't get attracted. This is something false. This is something duplicate. See, the other deers which are in our vicinity are running away from this golden deer. And such a golden deer does not exist. There is nothing called a golden deer. This is an illusion. We may think, oh, this has happened only with Sita Maya. But actually it is happening with us also. We are all having some illusionary attraction which is pulling us away from the instructions of Guru and God. And we are getting attracted towards that illusionary thing which is impermanent, which is totally temporary. And what was the desire of Sita Maya? What did she do at that time? She in fact did not, she put a deaf ear to Lakshman and went to Lakshman, Ramchandraji, and she's telling her husband, see, I want this deer. Almost our Anvas is getting over. So if you get this deer, I will keep it as a pet in my house. Everyone will be envious on me. Oh, how come you are having such a nice deer? Secondly, if you are not able to get it, at least kill it and get it. At least I will use it as a nice carpet. We all can, we both of us can sit on this carpet. And it is said, Acharya say, what will the Lord do? After all that you know, the fact about this material world, still if you go to Lord with some materialistic desires, Lord will be very happy. चलो इसको ये मोक्ष नहीं चाहिए, इसको जिंदगी और मृत्यु के चक्कर, जन्म मृत्यु के चक्कर से जाना नहीं है, उसको सिर्फ थोड़ा सोना चांदी गाड़ी, BMW, लंबोर्गिनी गाड़ी या कोई बड़ा पेंट हाउस या कुछ बड़ा चीज चाहिए, ले ले भाई, टेक इट, और मेरा पीछा छोड़. तो रामचंद्र जी also went. So what happened when a soul desires for all these type of things? Both the Guru and the God, you are put in that service. What are you going to? Whom are you? Can you be protected from? Who will protect you from Ravana? At very minute, the soul is captured and taken away by Ravana. There are so many nice stories without understanding the tattva. Similarly, when Sita Maya was there with Ramchandra in the jungle and Lakshmana was sitting down, that time Surpanaka came. Surpanaka came with an idea of directly getting God. And when she saw, Surpanaka saw Sita Maya, she said she is ugly, she is disfigured, she is looking like fat bellied lady, whereas Sita Maya was so beautiful and she was original Sita Maya. And that time she said, let me go to God, because she was attracted towards God. But there is a process of achieving God, and that is through the process of bhakti, which is nicely explained or shown by Sita Maya. What did Surpanaka do? She went directly to Ravana. Ramchandraji, Ravana Vritti. He went to Ramchandraji and with the idea, please, you marry me. I got lusty desires towards you. Though you are not fit for me, but still I am more beautiful. But she forgot to change her form. She was still looking very ugly and heinous. And in fact, Sita Maya, she was calling Sita Maya as an ugly lady. Why are you wasting your time behind this ugly lady? Marry me. And Lord Ramchandraji sent her to Lakshman. So Acharya say, whenever, if there is some desire by a living entity to go near or approach God, the living entity is diverted towards a guru. Lakshmana is none other than Sheshnag, Guru Tattva. And what does a guru do? Guru has to send you back to God. And that is what Lakshmana did. Lakshmana said, no, no, I am a servant of the Lord. If you marry me, you will also become my servant. Rather, please go and marry the Lord himself. And when she was being shuttled between the both of them, she became angry. And she went to devour Sita Maya. Said she is the root cause of the problem. Na rahegi baas, na bajegi bansuri, isi ko kha leti hu. At that moment, Lord just gave a glance to Lakshmana, and Lakshmana cut off her nose and ears. This depicts very nicely how a Jivatma is controlled by a guru. First thing is, a Jivatma has got too much of ego. He thinks he's too smart, too intelligent. So what is the job of a guru? First, he chops off the nose. Very nicely, one British devotee of Prabhupada once said, we Britishers had a very high nose. We were thinking we have ruled India, so all Indians are used to it. And when Prabhupada came to London, his first job was to cut off our nose. So this is the job of a guru. The first thing is he cuts off your ego, and secondly, hearing of unwanted things or getting attracted to unwanted things. By the way, many people must not be knowing, must be wondering. After all, this Rakshasi, Surpanaka, desired only for the Lord, right? Lord could not oblige. Yes, in that Rupa, and he was a Maryada Purushottam, he could not oblige. But then he gave her a second chance. Same Surpanaka was born as Kubja, and where Lord satisfied her desires. So Lord says, whether in a nice form or in an ugly form, if you desire me, you will get me. So this was one of the incidents wherein which we could understand that how Sita Maya was playing a role of a Jivatma. We all must have seen a photo of Ramchandraji, Sita Maya and Lakshman walking in the forest. Common photograph. All must have seen. Ramchandra ji आगे चल रहे हैं, बीच में सीता मैया है और पीछे लक्ष्मण है. Acharya say this is mentioned in Valmiki Ramayana that Sita Maya was guarded by two, one in the front, one in the rear, and that is how a Jiva Atma can survive in this material world. with Lord ahead and Guru behind, the Jiva Atma or the soul is safe. If both of them go away in your life, from your life, definitely you are a prey to Ravana. There's no way in which you can be escaping from the clutches of Ravana. Who could protect them was only Lord and the Guru, and this applies to each and every living entity. Another thing which generally people don't understand is the sorrow of Sita Maya and the sorrow of Ramchandraji. In fact, Ramcharitmanas, it is very nicely stated. It starts with the conversation. In fact, the entire Ramcharitmanas is the conversation between Sita Maya, Sati Mata and Shivji. And Shivji says, see, this is the Leela of the Lord. And Sita Maya, Sati is asking, how come a Lord be a lumpert, crying, hey Sita, hey Sita? No doubt, Acharyas have given a very nice commentary. By this grief, Ramchandraji was embracing each and every tree who were actually rishis and munis in the form of Shantaras. But however, another tattva given by Acharyas is, Lord, he is actually more worried about the Jivatma who has left him and gone. We all were connected to the God, but we somehow or the other got detached from the Lord. Only thing is, we don't endeavor to go back. That is why we have to give lollipops. See, you will be out of the cycle of birth and death. You will be free from birth, death, old age, and disease. But actually, you don't need this lollipop. You have to have a very clear understanding of when and what is to be done and how we have to get connected. So, in this way, you have to understand one more. If you walk one step towards God, Lord walks 100 steps towards you. Lord is equally more interested in your coming back to him. In fact, his sorrow is so much. Similarly, when Sita Maya was sitting in Ashok Vatika, Chaya Sita, what does it imply? A soul. Prabhuji, Rupavilas Prabhuji gives a very nice example always. I mean, it's a Shastric example. That a fish, if you keep it outside water, give it nice TV, nice food, pulao, biryani, nice juices, fruit juices, and put a nice AC, put that fish in a car and take him around the city, the fish won't be happy. What the fish wants is water. Similarly, Ashok Vatika, word itself is Ashok. There is no shok. It was very nice. And Ravan was ready to offer everything. But the soul was not happy because the soul was hankering for Lord. That is why she was crying for Lord Ramchandraji. Not that Sita Maya was afraid, what will happen and all that. That's all exterior understanding. There is an internal understanding to this thing. And that can be understood. And Acharya has explained to us very nicely. Sita Maya also gave a lot of advice to Lord Ramchandraji during their Vanavas. And there is a reason for that also. She told one nice story to Lord Ramchandraji about association. She said, you are always associated with the bow. That is why you got a propensity to kill people. Why should you kill all these people? Have they done any harm to you? She was referring to the Rakshasas in the Dandakaranya forest. At that time, Ramchandraji said, see, I am the king of this place, and as a Kshatriya, it's my duty to protect these people. At that time, Sita Maya says, yes, but have they done anything wrong to you? You should only fight when they do something wrong to you. That time you can use your weapon. Otherwise, you should not use your weapon. For this one statement made by Sita Maya, Acharya say, he had to get Sita kidnapped. To justify her words, she said, जब तुम्हारे साथ कुछ गलत होता है या अत्याचार होता है उसके लिए तुम अगर वेपन उठाते हो, then it is justified, otherwise it is not justified. So finally when Sita was kidnapped, it's justified. I have to raise my weapon and kill so many rakshasas to protect you. There she gave one more advice to Ramchandra. Your association with this bow is very dangerous. But actually the story was not for Ramchandraji. It was meant for us, especially for me. She said once Indra saw a sage performing a nice austerities. And always you see Indra is always afraid, कब मेरा post, मेरा position चला जाएगा. So he went and approached the sage, but in the form of a king. He went to the sage and gave him a sword and he told him, please keep this sword with you. I'm just going to the pond nearby to take my bath. After I come back, I will take this sword. At that time, the sadhu said, fine, you can keep the sword with you here over here and take your bath and come back, but come back soon. I have to go home. The rishi was doing his tapasya. Indra deliberately kept the sword and did not come back. By evening, the sadhu waited till evening, but no one turned up. So it was said it is his possession. It was not his own possession. It was the possession of the king, whoever it was. He said, I have to take care of it. So he took the sword back to his ashram. And next day morning, again he came back. So a couple of days, he was carrying the sword to the house and getting it back. Finally, just looking at the sword, he said, let me see what is inside. So he removed the sword out of its scabbard and started waving it here and there, just like casually. And he saw suddenly a few leaves got cut by this. So he said, wow, it's a nice thing. I can use it for many things. He started cutting trees. He started cutting some wood. He started cutting some, getting out some fruits. So he had multiple uses of that sword. But in due course of time, finally, the day came when, because of the association with the sword, he became a dacoit. That is why Acharyas again and again emphasize on our choice of association. We have to be always be associated with like-minded thinking people. Otherwise, don't worry. The golden deer is always moving around you every time, waiting to capture you. Actually, we are already captured. Each one has got one different type of golden deer in his life. Some people must be having aim of getting money, some money having aim of getting some nice car or golden ornaments, a number of things. But finally, it's all we want to gain things which we are going to lose at the time of death, and not bother to gain things which we can carry along with us at the time of death. And finally, Sita Maya also depicts one important factor. The Jivatma, as long it is not separated from Maya, and if by chance gets separated also, but still hankers for the Lord, a pure devotee like Hanuman will definitely come and encourage that Jivatma and make sure that the Lord comes and retrieves that soul back from that wrong hellish condition. So I think our time is getting over. We have got many more things to discuss about Sita Maya, but I think at this point I'd like to conclude today's class. If anybody has got any questions, doubts, comments, then please come ahead.
Thank you, Prabhu. Very wonderful class. Whoever has a question, please raise your hand. Subhaskar Prabhu, I'll unmute you. You can ask the question yourself. Subhaskar Prabhu जी, सवाल पूछ सकते हैं आप, please. Hare Bol. Subhashkar Prabhuji. Prabhuji, Subhashkar Prabhuji has written in the chat box a question.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks for beautiful katha, Prabhuji. I have a question.
Hmm.
Sita Mata was Lakshmi ji herself. Why was she tricked by Ravana in the form of golden deer?
First and foremost, I just mentioned in the Katha, the day she was to be kidnapped, earlier day, night, Sita Maya was exchanged with Vedavati as Chaya Sita. And if Chaya Sita had to become the cause, or Vedavati had already given the curse that she is going to be the cause of or the destruction of Ravan, this whole Leela had to happen. Secondly, if Ramchandra ji had caught Ravan and killed him, what would happen to the millions of Rakshasas which are existing in Lanka already? In fact, this whole Leela, if you see, Ramchandra ji has been taking a route up to Lanka in such a way that each and every place he has been butchering hundreds and thousands of Rakshasas. In Janasthan, after the Surpanaka incident happened, Surpanaka was not killed, Surpanaka was left. But then, because she desired for the Lord, but 14,000 Rakshasas with her brother Kara and Dushan were all killed. So there was a systematic way of massacring all these Rakshasas. So for the Leela to get over and to give us an understanding how Maya Sita with your Guru and your Lord besides you. You may be sitting in the temple nicely having a Shiksha Guru or a Diksha Guru near around. The Lord's deity in front of you is as good as the Lord present in front of you. Still, be careful. You have to be careful. At any time, this can happen. In fact, this question in Chaitanya Charitamrita this comes that many people could not believe where when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had gone to South India near Madurai. There he asked one devotee called Raman. He asked him, how could this happen, Ramchandra? How could Sita Maya could be ever be given a test of Agni Pariksha and all? That time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to him. And then he said, in Purma Puran it is written, very nice Purma Puran it is explained. And then he went further down to Rameshwaram, got a copy of Purma Puran and gave it to this devotee, and when he read it, he was fully satisfied and he thanked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So these are all subtle things which on the very face of it is very difficult for a common person to digest or understand it. But of course, when you are going to be in the devotional path and in due course of time, definitely you will be able to understand. I hope I have answered your question to your satisfaction. If anybody else is having any other question.
Anyone having questions, please put up their hands, please. No, probably a lot of devotees have written amazing katha, nice katha.
That's okay. That's nothing to do with me. That is all. You have to thank the Vyasasan and you have to thank our Shiksha Guru and our Parampara. I'm just a speaker. Like a postman, I already said in the starting it, so we are all speakers. You should just take, if there are any suggestions for me to improve, I would welcome that. That would be more important rather than taking all these comments. Any comments on my improvement or any more doubts? Or
Prabhuji, you mentioned about this Vedavati. Now, Sita in her previous life was Vedavati.
No, Sita in her previous life was not Vedavati. That's what I said. Vedavati was, when she burnt herself, she was with Agni Dev itself. Because she had created the Yoga Agni. You know, they create a Agni, fire in their own body. Like how Sati had created fire in her own body and she had burnt herself. So she had also burnt herself with Yoga Agni. And with that Agni, she was surviving with Agni Devata. And Agni Devata replaced original Sita, took the original Sita and replaced with Chaya Sita, which was actually Vedavati. And this Vedavati was burnt when Agni Pariksha was done in Lanka after Ramchandraji killed Ravana.
Oh,
And if you go to Venkatachalapati Mahatmya, which is there in Tirupati Balaji's story, there it is said this Vedavati was again born in Kalyu, and she was born as Padmavati and married to Balaji. So Lord fulfilled her desire because her desire was to marry Lord. And Lord, when he can fulfill the desire to Surpanaka, then he can desire the fulfillment of Ratnamala, that is Putana, daughter of Bali Maharaj. So why would he not fulfill the desire? That is why in Venkatachalapati Mahatmya it is clearly mentioned, Venkateshwar Mahatmya, it is clearly mentioned that she was born as Padmavati, and then in that form, in that yuga, she married Balaji and she became the consort of Lord Krishna or Vishnu, whatever you call it.
okay. So that's how your Padmavati temple in somewhere near Tirupati.
Yeah, the Padmavati temple reason itself is Vedavati was born as Padmavati because she desired to be born as, she wanted to marry Vishnu, but then because of Raman, it touched her. She said, "Now I am become impure. I have to self-immolate myself." So she, with the yoga Agni, she died. But she, while going, she cursed, "You, I'll be the cause of your death," and she did by coming in the form of Chaya Sita. But after the role of Chaya Sita was over, her goal, her focus was to get Lord as the consort. So she had to end that Leela over there and then again take birth as Padmavati and get married to Balaji.
Thank you, bro. There is a question coming from Param Shakti Mataji.
Yes.
Can bro kindly check YouTube if there are any questions, even the chat link. Yeah. Param Shakti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam, wonderful class as usual. Prabhuji, I just wanted to know that Vedavati stayed with Ramachandra, right?
Where did she stay with Ramchandra?
But Ramchandra is known as a one wife of
Where did he stay? Where did he stay with Ramchandraji? In fact, the Ramayana writes very nicely. It is explicitly explained when this happened overnight. Next day morning, Lakshman and Ramchandraji are sitting, and this golden deer comes, and they both go out, and this Chaya Sita is kidnapped. So he has not spent a single night with this Chaya Sita.
Okay.
That is this duplicate Sita.
Okay. The original Sita only. Original Sita only wanted this golden deer.
No, Chaya Sita only wanted the golden deer.
Acha.
You see, original Sita was, there are 2-3 versions of it. One is, they say that Sita Maya was, that the Lakshman Rekha which was drawn, उसमें से आग निकला था. उस आग में exchange हो गया. There is a local make, there is no authentic version of it in any Puran. But in Kurma Puran, this rightly says that Vedavati was kept with Agni Devata, and when at the time of exchange, Chaya, she went out in the form of Chaya Sita, and Asmi Sita went to Agni Dev. So if you say like that, how come Sita Maya could stay with Agni Devata? If you counter check Ramchandra's thing, then you will have to check the credentials of Sita Maya also.
Yeah, but then Ramchandra is known as now this
avatar. Yes, that is why at the time when he killed Ravan, and when Sita was being brought out of the garden outside the city limits, that time it is said the sun was behind Sita Maya, and the shadow of Sita, the Chaya Sita, was coming closer to Ramchandraji. Immediately Ramchandraji was standing, let's say Ramchandraji was standing here. Immediately Ramchandraji moved aside. He didn't want even the shadow of the Nakli Sita to fall on himself. So what to talk about? Nakli Sita staying with him. He didn't even want the her shadow also to fall on him. So immediately he moved aside, and then he told Lakshmana, prepare the fire for Agni Pariksha. And Lakshman is boiling. Sheshna, what is this? You are not. What you are doing is wrong, and all that. Just do it. Don't argue. And then that whole thing happened, and this entire exchange of things happened. In fact, many I'm not able to remember the name of the Rakshasa. In fact, one of the Rakshasas had asked for a boon that I can be killed only when Vishnu and Lakshmi are separated. Is it possible? Lakshmi and Vishnu be separated? But here Ramchandra ji taking the nimit of that Dovi. There are, this everything is answered very nicely in Uttarakhand. I mean, if you all while watching my Ram Katha on YouTube, you will be understanding who the Dobi was in his earlier birth and why he created this problem. Even that is I'll be explaining very nicely in that. So that Dobi, when he created this problem, Ramchandra ji was very happy, very nice. Sita Maiya ko bahar bhej deta hu. And where does he send Sita Maiya? People say unhone jungle mein chhod diya. Another big mistake which people do. Who is Valmiki now? Let us understand who is Valmiki. Valmiki is Dharti Putra. It is sent. Valmiki means ant hill, right? Ant hill is considered as ears of the earth. Dharti Mata ka kaan hai. So when Valmiki उस हिसाब से सीता मैया धरती से आई थी तो धरती की बेटी हुई तो वाल्मीकि और सीता क्या हुए भाई बहन एंड ही सेज कम सिस्टर एंड जब भी लेडी प्रेग्नेंट होती है या तो अपने माँ बाप के घर पे जाएगी या तो भाई के घर पे जाएगी एंड शी वेंट एंड डिलीवर्ड इन हर मदर्स हाउस ओनली नो आई मीन इन हर फादर्स हाउस सो टू से we can understand from this.
Very nice research you have done, Prabhuji. Haribol. Haribol for you.
So you have to understand, Ramchandra ji never sent Sita Maiya to any place. Just jungle mein chhod diya. Nahi. In that earlier night, she had said, "I want to go and stay with the Rishi Patnis." And when next day morning Lakshman comes, she says, "Arey wah, my husband is so nice. मैं कल इच्छा ज़ाहिर किया और आज सुबह भेज दिया मुझे." And next day morning when Lakshman goes and he is in a sad mood and he drops her near the Valmiki ashram. He goes near Valmiki ashram and drops her over there. That time she says, "Oh, very nice. I bless you with this. But go and ask Ramchandra ji. What is the need for abandoning a pregnant lady like me?" As if she doesn't know. And then second time when this Rakshasa was killed because of separation of Vishnu and Lakshmi, then Ramchandra ji comes over back to the Love Kush ashram, and then the whole incident happens wherein he says, "Come back, I'll take you back." But she said, "No, I don't want to come back." And then Sita Maiya goes back to the.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Is it clear? Any doubts?
Yeah. No. Thank you. Actually, lot to hear. I mean, lot more to hear. Actually, we need to.
Yeah, lot to be understood. Lot of
tattvas are there. Lot of tattvas.
The tattvas, people generally say उसको छोड़ दिया. अरे कहाँ जंगल में छोड़ा? उसको तो अपने मायके पे छोड़ा है. ये भाई के घर पे छोड़ा है. और भाई के घर पे अगर लड़की डिलीवरी देती है, तो it is not at all a wrong thing or I mean it is customary. In Indian customary, जब भी डिलीवरी होता है बच्चे का, तो वाइफ तो जाती है वहाँ पे. So it's very clear. So at no point Ramchandra ji very nicely maintained this Ek Patni Vrata Vrat. Nowhere did he spend any time with Chaya Sita. Because that he fulfilled in the form of Padmavati, he fulfilled a desire. And even he fulfilled a desire for Surpanaka by in the form of Ubja. He spent a nice time with her. He kept up his word. Yes, Prabhu. Any other question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Meeta Mata coming. Yes, Meeta Mata.
Yeah, Prabhuji, मुझे भी यही पूछना था कि सीता जी को उन्होंने फिर जंगलों में क्यों छोड़ दिया था?
Okay.
और that's what I wanted to know. but you explain now, right now, कि क्यों छोड़ा था, मतलब that she was in her brother's house.
Yeah.
That's I really wanted to know because TV में यही दिखाते हैं हमेशा. मैंने तो वही देखा हुआ है, सुना हुआ है कि वो फिर बाद में लव कुश पैदा होते हैं.
तत्व को अगर समझोगे आप ठीक से तो आपको ये संदेह नहीं आएगा. एक्चुअली रामचंद्र जी का जो चरित्र है उसमें कई जगह पे लोगों को संदेह जरूर उठता है, बट उसके पीछे लोग अरे धोबी का बात सुन के कैसे छोड़ा, बट देयर इज अ रीजन बिहाइंड दैट आल्सो.
Okay, but Love Kush they're fighting with Ram because वो जानते ही नहीं थे कि मेरे father कौन है. Why it's like this? Like they're showing like this. हमें तो वही देखा है और वही सुना है. So
Ram and Lakshman, I mean Ram was Love and Kush did not fight with Ram. First and foremost, they did not fight with Ram. Ram came face to face, and that time Sita Maya intervened and said, "What are you doing?" I mean, I was also, my children were also watching Uttar Ramayana on TV, and I mean, many of the things which is not there in Valmiki Uttar Ramayana. In fact, many people don't read Uttar Ramayana. Because in Uttar Ramayana there is separation of Ram and Sita, which is very painful. So many acharyas, many great sages have not read Uttar Ramayana. But the name itself is Uttar Ramayana. सभी प्रश्नों का उत्तर उसी में मिलेगा.
Okay.
तभी बट उसका तत्वता आपको ज्ञान लेना पड़ेगा. But whenever you get time, you can see the Ram Katha which will be coming on Uttar Ramayana. I will come to Sundarkand. After Sundarkand, I will be coming to Uttar Ramayana. So after that, Yuddhakand is that. Yuddhakand के बाद Uttarkand will come. तो उत्तरकांड में आपको पूरा डिटेल सब सवालों का जवाब मिलेगा. किस तरह से धोबी ने क्यों झगड़ा किया, मतलब हाउ ही क्रिएटेड दिस, एक लालछन उठाया सीता मैया के ऊपर, एंड क्या रामचंद्र जी इतने बेवकूफ हैं, एक वन सिटीजन का बात सुन के अपना पत्नी का, जिसके लिए पूरा युद्ध किया.
Right. That's why we are confused. Why it's
thousands of Rakshasas killed, and so many soldiers were involved in this. And if you see Sita Maya's story, she tells in Sundarakand, she tells Hanuman, go and tell my husband and ask him to save me from a crow, an insignificant crow. Ramchandra ji used as a grass as a master, and tried to kill the crow. Finally, when the crow surrendered, he broke the eye of the crow. इसके लिए कहते हैं आज भी कौवा एक आंख से अंधा है. आज भी कौवा एक आंख से अंधा है, because Ramchandra ji killed, and it was none other than Giant, the son of Indra. So she asked Hanuman, she tells about the whole incident, and she tells, क्या वो रामचंद्र जी वो कौवे के लिए मेरे इतना उसको ब्रह्मास्त्र छोड़ दिया, आज मुझे इस राक्षस से बचाने के लिए मुझे भूल गए क्या, उससे प्यार नहीं करते हैं क्या? So imagine that person who has laid down so much of toil he has done, he will just send his wife to this forest.
The door is there.
जी प्रभुजी, thank you प्रभुजी.
The door is there. Bedroom door is there.
Okay. Anything else?
No, Prabhuji, I'll request you to kindly chant the Mahamantra, so we'll end the streaming on live view.
Fine. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.